Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott. And yeah, it's been a little bit, but got a couple things here to show. This is going to be very Merillion heavy, so no heavy metal today. So if that's not your thing, no hard feelings. I did do a live stream with Garage Geek. He was having a week long kind of marathon of doing live streams with different people that he knows in the not just the VC, the YouTube community, I guess, and with a different topic for everyone. And the topic we chose was books because there's a lot of books I like, and I've tried to kind of weave them in here, but it seems like most people aren't very interested, so I just kind of don't bother. So it was fun to talk about books with David. I'll leave a link below in case you are curious or have any interest in that whatsoever. But I realized I had not made a video since I won Gordon's contest. Gordon from the Black and Hymns channel. Um, my first ever contest win. It was pretty sweet, and it was even more sweet that I won and Simon did not. So that was fun. He had a cool prize pack, a lot of vinyl, but stuff that like I wasn't super interested in, and I felt like it'd be wasted on me. And also, I know the international shipping is crazy, so I kind of felt bad about it. And just I told him, you can send it to somebody else, and he very generously said, "Well, you won, so I'll just PayPal you some money, and that'll be your winnings." So that was very nice of you, Gordon. Thank you very much. I used the winnings to buy nothing heavy whatsoever. Merillion had just put out the Friday and Sunday shows from the Merillion weekend from 2023. They'd previously put out the Saturday show. But of course, I had to have them, so I used that money to get those two double discs. The Friday show, it's the same cover art, so nothing too exciting there. But yeah, I have not listened to them yet. I'm kind of letting the anticipation build, but these were not the recordings of the show I went to, but they're the same set list, so it'll be cool to relive those again. Yeah, not much of a theme for the Friday show, other than just awesome songs, some songs they don't play all that often, and then the Sunday show. I don't know why I'm showing it; they're exactly the same. But the Sunday show was kind of like the cool down show, like a lot of really more the mellow stuff. And I know some people were bitching about that they said it was putting them to sleep, but I thought it was a cool thing to do for the last show of the weekend. And again, some songs they don't play that often, which is kind of the draw of the Merillion weekend. We're all Merillion freaks, and some of those songs, if they played them in just a normal show, probably people wouldn't care or wouldn't even know what they were. But when all the dorks are there, that's the perfect place to play those kind of songs. So got that. So thank you again, Gordon. Thank you for funding my Merillion habit. And then the next thing is also going to be Merillion. This just came out. The special edition of This Strange Engine, their album from 1997. So the previous 8 albums were all on EMI, and they're all right here, but they're all a similar format. This is that A5 style book with the discs in there kind of overlapping. I don't like the overlapping discs, but that's just how they do it now, so whatever. In a big book and whatnot. And a DVD featuring usually live stuff and a documentary on the band, or documentary on the album, the making of the album, which lasts from an hour to an hour and a half. So they were very well received by the fan base, so they decided after the EMI ones were done, they're just going to keep going, and they're going to keep doing them on their own. So that's what this is. And it is a 4 CD, 1 DVD set. One thing I appreciate about this one, the EMI ones, they started to cheap out on them. They, instead of having a disc of all the B-sides and whatnot, they would just stick them on the DVD or Blu-ray. I think it's a Blu-ray, but whatever. And I don't know about you guys, but I usually don't throw in a Blu-ray to listen to audio. So, but this one, it's the entire album on the first disc, remix for 2024. I will say that I didn't notice a huge difference. I didn't A/B them, but I know this album really well, and I didn't notice a huge difference with the remix. But your mileage may vary, I guess. Some of the remixes on the previous ones, it was a noticeable difference. I didn't notice much of a difference on this one. Um, Discs 2 and 3 are a full live show from Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is about 45 minutes from where I live. Unfortunately, I was not a Merillion fan at the time, so I did not go to that show, but cool to have it now. And then the fourth disc is B-sides and bonus tracks, about an hour's worth. Some live stuff, some acoustic versions, things like that. And then the Blu-ray, we've got making of, kind of like the writing demo tracks. We've got a hour-and-a-half documentary and a full live show from the Netherlands in '97, and then the associated videos from this album. So I just want to talk about the album briefly. This was a kind of a turning point for them because they were now an independent band, didn't have that major label support, and based on the documentary, I'd read stuff before, but they kind of reinforced on the documentary that this was about the lowest point they'd ever been at. Like their manager was suggesting to them that they should probably get day jobs, and yeah, so not great. So they had to kind of get the motor running and get albums out and tour and album and tour just to survive at this point. And I think it kind of shows because, you know, this is peaks and valleys on this one. They some really high highs and then some songs that are kind of like the least regarded of their catalog. The opener, Man of a Thousand Faces, is a fantastic song and a live favorite. If you know it, it's a great song, but then there's like the main part, which is what they edited down for the single. The full length song is like 7 to 8 minutes. And then the last half is like kind of a sing along in rounds that is really fun in concert. I'll sing along and whatnot. So, really like that. It has Estonia on here, which is one of my, it's a band favorite for sure. And I think it's a fan favorite too. It's one I don't care that much about, and they play it almost every time. So not a highlight for me. Yeah, like 80 Days, Accidental Man, Hope for the Future. Those are just like middling tracks to me. But the title track, This Strange Engine, is maybe the quintessential Merillion song for me. It's an epic. It's like 17-ish minutes. And like most epics, it's ideas from different sessions that are kind of stitched together to make the song. And sometimes when that happens, you can definitely tell these don't go together. Even from Marillion, they have a song called Montreal off Sounds That Can't Be Made, that the parts are all cool, but they really don't seem like they go together. It's just kind of like smashing a bunch of stuff together to make a long song. But this one, it works perfectly. It's fantastic. It flows from one section to the next like it was written all in one piece. And a live favorite as well. A lot of times it's the encore. So yeah, the song This Strange Engine, fantastic. That alone makes this album worth it for me. So yeah, kind of a low point financially for Merillion, but they're kind of finding their feet and kind of being forced to make an album, which they're not forced to anymore, which is good, but that also means now it's 6 years between albums instead of like a year and a half. I just wanted to show this too. If you order these through the band, the first however many thousand or whatever, you get a print of the album art and then signed by the band on there. So I have the previous 8. Let's see, there we go. I have the previous 8, so of course I had to get this one too. So the previous 8 are all framed, 4 in a frame. So I'll start saving these up till I get 4 and then frame those too. So that is that. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. This will be kind of a short one. I'm kind of working on a 2024 best of list. I don't know. This year's been weird. I feel like I started out hot and heavy this year on new releases, really kind of trying to keep up with things. And then the last half of the year, I just have not been bothered. Like, I know everybody's going on and on about the new Nile. I believe it's good, but I just cannot bring myself to care. Even I haven't even listened to it, so I don't know. This year-end list might be a bit less complete than it should be, but it's mine, so whatever. I'll just go with what I have. But that'll be coming probably at the end of the year. So other than that, I don't know. Maybe that'll be the next video. Maybe I'll have something in between. But thank you, as always, for watching. Gordon, thank you again for the prize. That was awesome. And CM Punk is a piss baby. All right, guys. Later.